back stretches are great for relieving the pain of sciatica. We're going to start with one set of each exercise, lasting about 30 seconds. We're going to do about 8 stretches total. The first one is a deep glute stretch, starting with your left leg up. You ready? You're going to start by grabbing behind that left knee with your right leg crossed over top. This stretch, even though you're holding your left leg, you're actually going to be stretching your right glute. So just pull it back as far as is comfortable and just hold it. And we're almost done. Just a little bit longer. And let it relax. So we're doing this again on the opposite leg. So this time with your right leg up, left leg's crossed over top, holding behind that right knee. And start it up. Just slowly pull that leg back, get a good stretch. This one's really good for releasing that piriformis muscle deep down in that glute, which is actually what pinches off that sciatic nerve most of the time. Just remember, we're holding this for about 30 seconds. You can always hold it for longer than this, but 30 seconds is a good place to start. We're almost done. And let it relax. Alright, that's our first stretch of 8 done. Next one is the prone torso twist. We're going to start to the right side. We're holding this again for 30 seconds. Get ready. And begin. You're just going to bend that left knee and roll it over to the right as far as is comfortable. And you want to try to keep that left shoulder down towards the ground as best you can. It's not going to want to stay completely, but you want to try to push it back there as far as possible. And we're almost done. Just a little bit longer. And let it relax. Now we've got the other side to do. So same motion, just dropping that right knee this time over to the left. You ready? And begin. Just remember, same thing, just drop that knee over as far as is comfortable. Try to twist as much of that torso as possible, trying to keep that right shoulder this time back on the mat. And remember, you should never push into a stretch more than is comfortable. It should never be painful. It should just be a nice stretch. And breathe normal as best you can. And we're almost done. Just a little bit longer. And let it relax. Alright, that's our second stretch done. Now we're moving into the shell stretch. Be up on your hands and knees for this one. You ready? And begin. You're going to press down and forward through the palm of your hand to try to round your back as much as you can, kind of pushing those shoulders down back towards your hips. You want to kind of tuck your chin the entire time as well. And we're almost done. And let it relax. Alright, that's our third stretch of 8 done. Next one is going to be the Cobra Stretch. This one you're going to start flat out on your stomach with your hands down by your rib cage, base of your rib cage. And press up through those hands, only as high as is comfortable. You can keep those elbows bent a little bit if you need to, or if you've got enough flexibility, push all the way up and lock those elbows out. You might kind of constantly be pushing those shoulders down away from your ears, away from your neck. And we're almost done. And let it relax. That's 4 of 8. We're halfway through. Next one coming up is the seated torso twist. You're going to be turning to the left on this one. Your right leg's going to be out extended. The left leg is going to be up over top of your right. And go ahead and twist to the left. You can push against that knee with your elbow if you need to help get a little extra stretch. And just nice and slow. Remember, never push into a stretch more than is comfortable. And you're almost done. And let it relax. That's the first side. Now we have to do the opposite direction. So we're going to turn to the right this time. Left leg out straight, right leg over top. Ready? And begin. Twist to the right. Remember, you can use that elbow and knee to kind of get a little extra twist out of it. Just slowly push into it. You should be constantly trying to push just a little tiny bit further as those muscles start to loosen up. And almost done. And let it relax. Just 3 more stretches to go. The next one is the seated crossover hamstring stretch. We're going to be turning to the left for this first one. Your left leg's going to be out straight. Your right leg's going to be kind of tucked across the top. And stretch down in between your feet with that opposite hand. So your left leg's out straight. Your right hand is going to be the one stretching out. And as you're doing this, you want to kind of tuck your chin to your chest and round your back as best you can to get as much stretch in that lower back as possible. Almost done. And let that one relax. That was the first side. Now we need to do the opposite. So you're going to switch everything up. So you're going to be turning to the right this time. That right leg's going to be out. Your left leg's going to be tucked over top, and you're going to be reaching with that left hand. Same thing, you're going to be reaching out in between your feet with that left hand. Once you get that hamstring kind of engaged, you want to tuck that chin around those shoulders. Get as much stretch on that lower back as you can. As each one of these things starts to loosen up, remember you want to kind of constantly be pushing into it just a little bit more. And almost done with this one. And let it relax. Stand up for this next one. Just have 2 more. This is a standing toe touch. It's a regular toe touch. It's really good for loosening up those hamstrings, those glutes, and that lower back. And stretch down. You want to keep those knees locked out. Stretch it down as far as you can. Kind of tuck that chin back up underneath your chest a little bit to get a little bit more back out of it. Remember, everything's connected all the way from your neck all the way down to that lower back, so make sure you get your upper back and neck stretched out as well. And almost done with this one. And let that one relax. You're going to be back down in your hands and knees for this last one. This is a cat stretch. This is a really good one for your lower back. Ready? And start it up. You want to arch up really nice and high, kind of pulling your hips in towards your shoulders, tucking your chin underneath as much as possible, and then flex it back the opposite direction. So try to get as much of a bow in your back as possible, and then right back up. Just alternate back and forth about 5 seconds in each position. You can slow it down a little bit if you'd like. And we're almost done. And let it relax. Remember, if your back is really tight or if your sciatica is flaring up, you can always do this more than once a day.
Hi, I'm Steve Heffron.
And I'm Jesse Canone.
And we're excited to be with you today to share with you some truly powerful, life-changing information.
While you may have tried some of what we'll be covering in the program, we can guarantee that you've never used the specific step-by-step process that we're about to take you through.
It's that exact process that you will use to create a truly personalized self-treatment program based on your current physical condition. Here are just some of the many conditions that can be addressed by using this system. Whether you've been diagnosed with a specific condition or not, you will still receive great benefit from using this program. Because unlike most treatments, by using this system, you will identify and address the underlying cause of the conditions that are creating your pain. And we will cover these conditions in more detail throughout the program. As powerful as this system is, it simply will not work if you do not do it. So I need to ask you to make a commitment to yourself right here, right now.
We promise that if you go through the program from start to finish and work with it consistently, it will help you to reduce or eliminate your pain.
In order to make this system as easy to use and as easy to understand, we've broken it down into 3 simple steps. Step 1, education. What you will learn in this step holds the key to your success. Step 2, the assessments. This is where you will identify the dysfunction that is really the hidden cause of your pain. Step 3, treatment. This is where you will develop your personalized self-treatment program in order to address both the cause and the symptoms.
It really is that easy. Once you've gone through the program, you'll have created a customized self-treatment program that will take just a few minutes each day, but it will deliver far better results than anything you've likely experienced before.
In this section of the program, you're going to learn about an incredibly simple yet powerful concept. So pay close attention and take notes if necessary. Here's Steve and Jesse again to share with you the real secret to getting relief.
Easy, just like that. Hold it there.
Back pain does not happen overnight.
Should feel all that.
While the pain may appear suddenly, the condition has been developing for years. In order for you to understand this, it's important that you understand how your body works. The human body consists of over 600 muscles, and normally they are balanced and work together. This allows you to move and function without creating injury or pain.
Because most people live very sedentary lifestyles and spend so much time sitting, over time they develop muscle imbalances. Some muscles get overworked and become tight, while other muscles get underused and become weak. And while this inactivity can create muscle imbalances, exercise can make things even worse.
Exercising without knowing which muscle imbalances you have means you could be strengthening or stretching the wrong muscles, which in turn will make your condition worse.
It's these imbalances that put your bones, joints, and spine out of place and into what we call physical dysfunctions. Here's an example of what muscle imbalances can do to your back. As you can see, there's excessive curvature in the lower spine, and functioning like this will ensure both muscular and disc problems. While you can go about your life with these dysfunctions, it's only a matter of time before the uneven stress and excessive wear and tear results in a condition like a bulging or herniated disc, sciatica, and the list goes on.
It's important that you understand the process of how back pain develops and how to treat it. We know that back pain isn't caused by your condition. Back pain is actually caused by the muscle imbalances that over time develop into physical dysfunctions. Those physical dysfunctions over time create your condition, and it's that condition that creates your pain. The problem with traditional treatments is that they bypass the first two steps in the process. Instead of identifying the imbalances and dysfunctions, they treat just the symptoms with things like cortisone injections, anti-inflammatories, and generic therapy. This usually results in temporary relief, if at all. As pain persists, the next step is often surgery. And for many, surgery fails to give relief because it does not deal with the underlying problem.
Here's why our approach works so well. Instead of beginning by treating the symptoms, with our program, you're going to first identify the imbalances that you have. Then, with corrective exercises and stretches, you're going to improve and correct the dysfunction. And by doing that, that will in turn eliminate or improve the condition, and then the pain goes away. So now you can see that your back pain was not caused by a condition you may have been diagnosed with, but is instead a direct result of years of living with these dysfunctions. And the only way you're going to get rid of this problem is by identifying the dysfunctions that you have and addressing the muscle imbalances that have created them. And that's exactly what you're going to do next.
So let's move on now to the self-assessment portion of this program.
In this portion of the program, you're going to learn about the 4